Ryan dissecting the game. Oh, we bicker and we laugh, we rant and we cheer. Breaking down tribal council, your boys are here. Corey and Ryan spilling tea, no denying. On the bitter jury, our opinions are flying.
What is up, Bitter Jury Nation? It's your boys, Ryan, Mayor of Ponderosa, Bitter Jury number 1.
And bitter juror number 2, Corey. We are back. I apologize for sounding like a 60-year-old lounge singer. My voice is a little shot. I've been recently traveling from city to city, volunteering and doing motivational speeches at underfunded schools for the children, and it took a heavy toll on my voice. So please bear with me. It's been a minute. We apologize for the inconsistent upload schedule, but we get them up as fast as we can. Ryan, is there an issue?
Issue with the upload schedule?
There's just issue with you. I thought you were rubbing your face like in disgust.
Rubbing my face, man.
Okay. Anyway, this past episode, before we start, I have an announcement. So this last episode, Ryan and I were actually able to attend a Survivor viewing party at this very nice luxury restaurant. And funny enough, towards the end of the episode, somebody gets on the microphone and they say, "We would like to thank the bitter juror." And I thought, oh my God, here we go. We tried to be incognito and we got recognized again. It happens to me all the time in Minnesota. We're gonna have to give a speech. I'm about to get up, get ready to give my speech. And they say, "Bitter Jurors Podcast." And it wasn't us. So I would like to say officially here and now, we are officially declaring war against the Bitter Jurors Podcast. It's beef. It's some Tupac and Biggie-ish. It's some MJ Isaiah-ish. It is beef for life. What else, Ron?
This guy just types into Chat GPT before we hop on. Arch nemesis is and spews them off on the podcast.
Well, I don't use ChatGPT because AI is problematic.
That's weird because I literally saw you use it 24/7 last week. So
Never happened. Anything else?
yeah, man. I think you covered it outside of lying that we went to a luxury restaurant to watch the show and that you were on the road giving motivational speeches to underprivileged youth. I think you caught it.
Tell the intern to cut that part because he's not supposed to call me out on the pod. All right, let's jump into the episode then. Believe it or not, I have issues with this episode. I have some issues.
But that's a shock. Corey having an issue with something
But
weird.
we'll get into those as they go. What are your notes starting us off at?
I mean, I guess I can skip that part. But just the open bromance, I think is just wild
Yeah,
because you see people get targeted for such less. And like no one cares. Like nobody cares,
yeah.
which is it's kinda crazy. So I mean, I guess kudos to them for being able to pull it off where people wanna work with them.
Well, I mean, yeah, I actually thought that with the way it starts off with how the blue tribe is, they're also kind of like scheming about what are they gonna do if it goes to a 4-person tribal. I actually think that would have been a little more interesting than what we ended up getting because there were a lot of different avenues for where a 4-person tribal with blue could have gone. Like as who was sticking with who. I think no idol. Alex could have been maybe a little screwed. Who do you think leaves in a 4-person blue tribe? I see Jake being
I honestly think I think Jeremiah goes because I don't think Sophie is going to rocks for anybody.
yeah, so I think
Or she might just play her shot in the dark or something,
yeah,
and then it ends up being a 2-2-2-1.
I kinda see her being able to pull Jake away from Alex, but regardless, I think that would have been a lot more interesting. And then the Yellow Tribe, which is just so damn boring, sponsored by ZQuil. Other than my girl Christina, who any episode now is gonna have her breakout moment. or breakout episode. Hear me now and believe me later. Otherwise, I do not give a damn what happens on this tribe. The dynamics are so painfully uninteresting. They're like I could not even tell you what the opening Yellow Tribe segment was about, and I just watched it. It's nothing is ever of interest on that tribe. Anyone you like on there?
Yeah, I started to like MC more. General, no. So what Jason brings up, especially because he seems like he might be kind of on the outs, and he's a puzzle
Yep.
threat. So when that dude brings up group idol hunts, I might start thinking to myself like, oh, this kid is. I hate saying like threat, but like he's like forward thinking, and if I'm not locked in with him right now, he's probably gonna turn on me when he starts bringing that up. That would be my thought pattern. I thought. What about you?
Yeah, that I thought that was actually I thought that was very weird. Jason like announcing to everybody like, "All right, everybody up. Family outing. We're all gonna go find the advantage together." Um, yeah, I can't really tell if he's in a bad spot or if he's just not in a great spot. MC also is impressing me. I will give her that. She's a for somebody who didn't have a lot of time to prep, you'd have to assume because she got so tossed in so last second. I'm impressed with how quick she kind of hit the ground running. And then she ultimately finds it, shares it with Steven, um, and did an infamous Twitter meme that I know went right over your head. Do you know what the Camp Rock dance is that she did?
No, I saw that on the second time. No, I had no idea what that was.
It's a Twitter thing. I knew, yeah, it's it's a dance. You go Camp Rock. I was actually really surprised they included that in the episode. Yeah, it's like a young cool hip person thing. I don't know. You probably wouldn't. Yeah, I knew that would go over your head.
I
Um,
was kind of surprised because it felt like the Steven MC duo came out of nowhere.
uh,
Like they didn't like lead into it or anything. They're just like, oh, we're a duo.
she's like,
Right.
I'm showing this to Steven because he's my boy. I was like, oh, he is since when?
Yeah, I
Uh,
was kind of surprised by that.
are you are you showing somebody like MC did, or are you keeping it to yourself? I think we dabble in this a little bit every once in a while.
I mean, yeah, I don't mind it, especially since like she had. It's usually when you show people, it's like, oh shit, they run up on me and they saw me find it. But she was like a little more calculated with it, and she talked to him about it going into it. So it was a preemptive thing. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't mind it. I liked it. And in her eyes, Steven might be closer with like Jason or Mike. So he might be able to have more pull in case she needs to get some pull to have votes go her way with that. So I didn't mind it.
Yeah, nothing else really I cared about over there. But heading over to the Red Tribe, we have the majority four with Sage and Jawan on the outs and kind of just sitting ducks if they lose. Now, this scene actually did this tugged at my heartstrings a little bit. This actually, I got a little choked up watching this. Uh,
My God.
but you don't even know what I'm going to say, so don't
I
preface.
know exactly what you're gonna say.
No, Sage actually she told us kind of a devastating story about how she grew apart from a couple friends in high school, which is unprecedented, actually. So my heart really does go out to her. Um, were you sad? Did you feel sympathy for her?
I felt zero sympathy.
Yeah.
But I did think that she showed some decent game sense though, like when she her and Joanne were talking and they were like, "Yeah, we both haven't heard names really," so she recognized that she was on the outs and she goes to who in my mind is in control in that tribe with Shannon. So I didn't mind even though she was feeling that way, I didn't mind how she was trying to play from the bottom with going to Shannon.
Yeah, I mean, she correctly clocks Savannah and Rizzo as a pair, but then she makes a little bit of a misstep, not recognizing Shannon is with them. But what I didn't get there was that so Shannon tells the audience, she was like, "Sage and me have trust together. That's my soul sister." But then she instantly rats her out to Savannah, which does not benefit her at all. Like I feel like the second you hear Sage wants Savannah out, your personal goal should be you should want Jawan out. You should be making everything happen to make Jawan the next person out because that props up Shannon as in the best spot in the next tribal, fully protected, and if wants to make a move, she can make it. If she doesn't, she's still protected. I did not like her running that back to Savannah at all. Did you?
No, not really. I mean, I understand the logic, but it just was kind of unnecessary, especially like if you go into a swap situation and you like whatever, you don't know where you're gonna be at, and then you might still need Sage or Savannah in that matter. And you need to try and get some unity. So like I didn't like it. Like you said, she would have just had all the information and didn't need to do. I mean, she just acted kind of hastily, but
Yeah, I didn't like it. Save it till you need it. Uh, did Savannah have a leg to stand on by saying that Sage is being a backstabber by throwing her name out when she's in a majority alliance of 4 that Sage is not in? And
no, no, no. It's one of my biggest pet peeves. It's just like, okay, you're in a 4-person alliance that you excluded one of these people out of, and you don't think that your name is going to come up. Like your name obviously has potential to come up. Like, and then I can't even remember what she labeled her as, but like she's a threat or something like that. It's just like, stop it.
no, she literally
Like
called
you're in the majority alliance. This person is not a threat. Like,
no, she didn't call her a
and
threat.
you're not even trying to be loyal to her either. So like, what do you? It's just it just blows my mind sometimes.
She called no, she called her Orion. Or sorry, a snake. She called her a snake for it, not a threat. I feel like you can't be a snake.
You're dangerous. You can kill people.
Ok okay, never mind, a Cory. She called her a Cory, not a but, yeah, it always shocks me when, somebody in the majority is offended at somebody in the minority throwing their name out. Speaking of Ryan, so now, next up, we got the infamous Snake Gate. Okay, so there's a lot to unpack here. Okay, I don't even know where to start with this. Okay, I think first of all, I think this whole entire thing would have been so much more interesting if they just let it play out like organically or naturally. But like when
Let him
you're
seize up on the beach.
well, like when you're promoting the episode with like clips of
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Jake being wheeled on a stretcher, and then it cuts to the medical people going, "Is he breathing?" Like, they when you over dramatize it, everything then watching what actually happened, it really just felt like a little womp womp to me. Like, they put on an absolute spectacle, and I don't even really know where to like, obviously, on paper, in that moment, that has to be absolutely terrifying from everybody involved, especially once they discover, like, what type of snake it was. But, yeah, I don't know where do you wanna start with that?
I mean, I feel like you kind of hit it on the head. Like they love doing that when they like the lead-ins. It's kind of like in season 45 when they were doing those promos on Instagram every episode where it basically told you the outcome.
Yes,
Like they like the first time ever a shot in the dark hits, and they're just like 5-second promo, shot in the dark,
literally
uh,
blows up of somebody's hand.
like shots in the dark being
Yeah,
played. Like I wonder what the fuck's gonna happen. So it kind of had that feel to it, but then like they're just taking every like as peak as they can get moment and just throwing it on screen.
yeah,
Like it's not even like I don't know. I thought it was a little over the top. And then once they actually know, like once he got there and they knew it was a dry bite as they called it, I was like, is all this still necessary?
uh,
Like, cause even after that, like they still do like doctor talking to him, doctor talking to Jeff, Jeff doing a monologue, cut to other scene, Jeff doing another monologue. And it's just like,
yeah.
okay, so we've literally just been told that he's safe and fine. And now we're gonna still beat this drum. It's like, I get it. You want to go win another Emmy, but god damn, like
No, that was the part that I'm like, "Okay," from, like, Jeff sprinting to make sure he's on camera, and the way he did what I always find him so annoying to do, which is just narrating everything we just heard. Like,
oh
the doc yeah, the doctor will be like, "He needs an IV. He needs an IV," and Jeff will be like, "So Jake, it appears to me that you need fluids for hydration, so they have to give you an IV." It's like, "Yeah, thanks, Jeff. We we literally heard the first."
yeah.
Um, and then and then Jake, like, apologizing to Jeff in the midst of this. I didn't catch that the first time, but I caught it on the rewatch, he's like, "I'm sorry, man." Like, what Jesus Christ, could you be any more stereotypical Canadian? Like, why are you apologizing to Jeff? I would not want Jeff anywhere you would my vital signs would skyrocket if Jeff was in that room with me as I'm, like, needing professional care. Like, get him out.
You would just have him pump more morphine into you until you became a nice person, or just pass the hell out.
Um, no, I mean, we can laugh speaking of that, we can laugh at it now because we know he's okay, but I thought it was actually comical how high off his ass Jake was when Jeff was trying to have his sentimental Emmy monologue to him. Like, Jeff was standing here at 5 o'clock, and Jake was, like, looking off somewhere at 8 o'clock talking to
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. That eyeball was
like, one eye was
all the way.
yeah,
Yeah,
one eye was looking at Jeff, one was
that
looking
might
at
as well been
the
looking
ceiling.
out of his. Yeah, it was pretty wild. That's pretty wild.
Okay, pulling Jake from the game, what do we think of it? Once we find out it was called, a
No,
dri
no. Once they knew it was a drive-by and he was fine, I thought it was ridiculous that they pulled him from the game.
yeah, I mean, saying he's not emotionally or mentally able to play any longer, like, shouldn't that be up to him? They didn't even really say any
Yeah, exactly.
they didn't say any like, "Oh, we need to keep a closer eye just in case, like, a little venom did seep in and we didn't catch it right away." Something like that I would've been fine with, but not just like, "You've gone through so much trauma, the trauma." I mean, and then Jeff says way later in an IV or in a interview, which I think might have been just trying to save face a little bit, the whole like, "Oh, well, he got an IV, so that's not fair to put him back in the game after he got an IV." That might be the one argument I'm like, I can kinda see that, but that's not what they were saying in the moment. In the moment, it was fully like, it's way too traumatizing for him to go back in after what he's dealt with.
Well,
Um
what the interview happened 4 months later, 5 months later.
That's what I'm saying. I think that was him, like, now
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
I
he
have
definitely like, he has 150 days to come up with a better reason or excuse. Like, I agree with what you said, like, if it was because of that, okay, but at the same time, like, he could have been back in the game, not missed a challenge or anything. Literally just been back. I don't
give
know,
it
they gotta look at that rule. They gotta look at that rule and adjust it to something like AU.
yeah, see, a lot of the US, like, purists, people who say, "Oh, US is way better," they hate that AU rule, which for those who don't know, if you need medical attention on AU, you have 24 hours to be cleared to go back in the game, otherwise, you're out. We're in
I
USA,
can only think of can you think of any time where that actually affect I can think of one time where that affected the game, and that was with George.
and then once with,
I guess Jackie too, but she ended up having to be evac.
Flick. Pretty sure Flick missed a round, didn't she?
No, that was Chelsea, but she got pulled from the game too.
Oh, wait, yeah, why did I say Flick? Yeah, the George round, yeah, that's where the people like, "See, this is BS."
And I don't I don't mind it in AU, especially because it's 45 days long.
Yeah,
But in this one, like they gotta have something like at least like a little more leniency. Maybe not 24 hours and then you're out. Which well, clearly it wasn't 24 hours anyway. So that
yeah.
wouldn't even have applied.
Well,
I don't know.
I have a theory that I'm standing by, and I genuinely think they were fishing for, like, a huge emotional, dramatic episode for, like, buzz and ratings and Emmy, and the whole entire moment is nowhere near as dramatic if he's not pulled from the game after the snake bite. Like, that's not as juicy of a headline if he just goes right back in. Like, because now everywhere you're looking, it's, player pulled from Survivor after being bit by a dangerous snake," which is true,
Yeah.
and it makes people wanna check it out. Uh, in the moment, it did not make sense. So that's too much trauma and emotion for you to have to deal with. Also, I hated, them telling the them making the decision to tell his tribe, like, a minute before the challenge started. I'd like they should have had a little more time to process.
Yeah.
It could have been told by a producer at camp. Obviously, Jeff wanted the moment to be the one to tell them. But speaking of Jeff, also, he is, like, the worst messenger in the world. He's like, "Hey, guys, you're probably wondering where Jake is. Well, hate to say it, but, he got bit by one of the most poisonous, venomous, dangerous snakes in the entire world." And then he just lets everybody freak out. And he's like, "Yep, 10 times more dangerous than a rattlesnake."
Oh, you love this rewatch. You
Everyone's like
love this.
everyone's like, "Oh my god." He's like, "Yep, the most deadly of all snakes." And now they're all panicking, and he lets it beat for, like, 10 seconds, and he's like, "But don't worry, he's fine." Like, why don't you start with that, dickhead? Like, why don't you, like, open with
Yeah.
that after everybody
I feel like he used to open with that. Like, I can't remember what season it was, but I feel like when he would reference this stuff in the past, he'd be like, "Whatever. James is
Yeah,
fine, you don't need to worry." he's getting the medical care he needs. He was at risk of
No,
contracting a
he
very deadly
100% would. He would always start
virus.
he would always start it
Yeah,
off with,
like in Micronesia when James had to get pulled.
"Don't guys,
Uh,
don't freak out, do not freak out." Yes, Ryan got injured in another physical challenge, but he's being checked by our medical team again, just another small concussion. He's fine. Something like that, you know? But now he's gotta let the moment swell.
yeah, I like how you are pulling a Jeff as we're talking about mocking Jeff, where you reiterate exactly what I just said.
Well, I had to use Ryan as an example because that's
I
realistic.
forgot how much of an idol Jeff Probst is to
I
you.
just
So
I had to do a
this
more
makes
realistic I had to do a little more
this makes sense. This makes sense.
I had to do a
This makes sense.
realistic example. Also, he, Jeff is a liar. Did you catch when he told them, he's like, "Don't worry, when we told Jake he was pulled, the first thing he said to me was, 'Thank you, because I'm a father now, and I will not risk that.'" Jeff, you lie. You lie. He
Yeah,
didn't
that
we
wasn't. Yeah, that wasn't cool.
he was devastated, and he clearly wanted to stay in, you dingus. You have liabilities. That annoyed me. I think I caught that on the first watch, but on the second one, I made sure to look for it. I'm like, "No," and I didn't catch this when Jeff was, like, explaining to him. Jeff's like, "Yeah, because it's just like, you're not gonna have food, you're not gonna have water." Jake goes, "Yeah, that's what I signed up for." Did you hear he say that? Like,
Oh,
you
I
told
didn't. No, I didn't catch that.
Yeah,
I don't know why he thinks like the no food and no water thing is like all of a sudden a massive
yeah,
point to drive home.
yeah,
It's been 48 seasons. I think we get it. Like and other seasons had it way worse. So it's like, what are we talking about?
yeah. Now it's what, 2 weeks without food. They can manage. Um, well, so we bid farewell to Jake. So I guess this is where I'll ask our usual question. What could Jake have done differently to avoid his elimination?
Tell Jeff that he don't need no drugs.
Yeah, tell Jeff he ain't no but realistically, would we invite Jake back, as we always ask?
100%.
I would be floored if Jake is not back. Then again, I'm floored Caleb was not at 50. Moving forward, I think Jake and Caleb are the biggest shoo-ins to return in some capacity moving forward. We will see Jake back. But as far as the challenge goes, we've said this before, but like it can't be said again. It's so lazy and it does the show no favors by ending every single challenge with a puzzle. Like at this point, it's actually ridiculous. Throw in an endurance, throw in eating, even throw in a crapshoot. Like it if there's my issue is that if there's even one team that is just substantially worse at puzzles, nothing else before the puzzle will matter. It they're just gonna lose
Yeah.
every single time. Um, it it's just not even fun to watch, and they're ending every single challenge with the puzzle. Like, what happened to the endurance ones where you have to hold something over your head? What happened to like, what are you doing? Why are we
And they're always like some vertical-ish type puzzle too.
Yes.
Like maybe just do like the survivor slide puzzle where some other people might have a chance. Yeah. Okay. So what you're saying is that they need to change
Yes,
it.
Jeff. Yes, Jeff, that's exactly what I'm
Uh,
saying.
okay. Okay. Yeah. What do you think about I wrote that down, I was thinking about it too. What do you think, because clearly that tribe did not have any puzzlers on it. What do you think about changing how they put together tribes from the get-go? Like, especially if they're gonna keep this same format, like making sure, because this should be fairly easy. Through casting, you're gonna see or hear what people's skills are, and if you're that worried about it, just add into casting, like either like showcase your strength, whether it be physical endurance, mental puzzle, or something, and then making sure each tribe has someone where that fits their category.
Unless you have like a Rome or a Debbie who, like, swears up and down, they're like,
No, you have to actually showcase it though, is what I'm saying.
"Oh, okay. Alright." That's
Because obviously you're gonna get all these people who say, "Oh, I'm great at this."
yeah.
And then you get Rome out there just hitting a nub with another puzzle and wondering why it's not getting put together.
I love guys, it's broken, I think. I think we got a faulty puzzle, it's not working.
Ridiculous. I've never seen anything ridiculous in my life, but that's neither here nor there. But they gotta do something because it's absolutely insane.
Yeah, part of the application process should be, I wanna see you complete this slide puzzle in the quickest time possible. Then from there, okay, these 3 people finish in a crazy good time, we need to split them up 3 different times, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Uh,
exactly. And the way they show these people now anyway, that's all you really even need. Like Jason has like 2 confessionals.
Yeah. Yeah. This is something else I was thinking. So if let's say you're on that disaster tribe of 3. Let's say you are solidly on the bottom of that 3 and you know you are effed if you guys lose this and you go to tribal. Would you attempt to ask the other tribes to let you win? Could you swallow your fat ass pride just one time and be like, "Hey guys, in honor of Jake and like everything we've been through, could we can't mentally handle another tribal. Would you mind letting us have this one just one time?" Would you
First things first, didn't know pride could be fat, so I don't know where you got that from. Second,
ask ego?
bro, you'll probably be like someone who got a BBL, fake and large. So get out of
No.
here.
Mm-mm.
Um,
I
yeah,
hey, I ain't too proud to beg.
I know
I would
you.
have
I
no
know you
problems.
weren't ready for that one. I know you weren't ready for that one.
I ain't too proud to beg, as, Marvin Gaye says. I would say, "Guys, please, can we have
Even
this,
Marvin
please?"
Gaye.
Is it not? Hold
It's not
on.
even Marvin Gaye.
Ain't Too Proud to Beg, a song by The
It's the
Temptations. Cut
Temptations.
that. Yeah, I just
Yeah.
said The Temptations. Um,
So
as I was
anyway,
asking,
yes, I wouldn't because they're not going to do it either. I mean,
they might.
it would cross my mind, and I was gonna bring this up. I was gonna bring this up a little bit later because we see this all the time. So whoever gets through this tribal, congrats to you. You just made final eight, basically guaranteed. You do not want to be
You think?
like same. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. The only time something like that hasn't happened has been Caleb and Emily. And Emily made 7. Caleb was the first juror. They go it's way easier for them to go deep, because the other tribes are just sitting there, gunning at each other, letting them skate by. So I would not mind going down one person.
What about Caleb and Emily?
I just gave that example.
I was just gonna ask, did you just say them? 'Cause I had to disassociate for a second because I was running through the seasons in my head, and I thought
Yeah, I
and then
literally
that pissed
just
off
said
face you get
Caleb and Emily. Emily won 7 and Caleb was first juror. But
yeah.
still, I mean, they
Uh,
both made numerous rounds after that.
yeah, true. Um we had another, classic Jeff having to narrate stupid, obvious moments and, like, ruining the moment. Because okay, so when we first watched this, at the bar, like,
Before you
obviously
dive
you were
in,
drunk off your ass and I was sober, so I was watching it and I'm like, "Why?" I wasn't understanding, but I wasn't retaining it properly. I was like, "Why are they trying to make the Blue Tribe losing like, why am I hearing sad, soppy music right now? Why are they making this a sob story? Ridiculous, stupid, I don't get it." I will say in the rewatch, I actually did it was sad, like, when the teams kinda just quietly won and they kept showing Sophie, like, just disassociating and, like, staring into the distance. Yeah, that was sad. But then again, Jeff just ruins it. Like, he does this every time there's any sort of moment. He's like, "So, you guys just won, and you didn't celebrate like people normally do when they win because this is a sad moment. Isn't that crazy how dramatic this is?" And everyone's like, he he took an actual sad moment and then to me, like, made it corny again. 'Cause, uh, I think we've only seen that one other time. I can't remember
what
somebody
the non-Selly or him do what he just did.
no, because he does that every episode. The non-Sully, I remember it was a recent season, somebody remind us in the email. They made, like, sad music when a team won, and they made a sob story about how it was sad that was it the Eva thing? Maybe it was the Eva thing. No, because she ended up winning that anyway. I don't remember. All I know is Jeff no, he's a boner killer for actual dramatic moments. Like, "Oh, oh, actual."
I don't disagree. So the real question is, do you still celebrate after?
100%. I just made another episode of Survivor. I've made it to episode 4. I'm screaming, "Fuck yeah, episode 4, baby. Episode 4, you mad? You
Yeah,
mad?"
that would be savage. That'd be
Um,
savage.
I sent this to you too though, but, like, them trying to make it as dramatic as possible and then Rizzo just doing a front flip with his sneakers into the pool, like,
No, that was I loved it. It made me after I didn't think about that before, but it made me wonder, like, was it actually as sad as they tried to show on camera?
I thought that too, and I rewound it and watched it, and I actually don't think it was because you kinda see everybody, like, hopping in the water, like, smiling or laughing. I actually don't think it was as dramatic as they tried to make it look. I caught that on the rewatch.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, I would not be surprised whatsoever.
yeah, but, alright, so for the Blue Tribe, I think this is actually overall a pretty interesting setup. I kind of I'm kinda not mad at anybody's ultimate decision here. I think Jeremiah, like, especially was in a shit position because, like, his number 1 is Sophie, but his only other option has an idol. So it's like, do you play Russian roulette or do you just throw your number 1 ally under the bus? But he basically his hands are tied basically. Um, what are you doing there? Are you throwing me under the bus or are you calling the idol bluff?
I mean, I always like calling the idol bluff. In this setup, I don't know if I would have if I was Jeremiah. It mainly comes down to one conversation. I think this was a little yeah, this was after they cut to red, but whatever. He's talking to Jeremiah, so or talking to Alex. He tries talking to Alex about what he's singing tonight, where he wants to go, and Alex is like, "No, like, I don't even know that yet, like, I'm still trying to figure out if I'm gonna play my idol." That to me tells you right there that you are not like, that you are voting for me or that whatever you're gonna say is gonna be a lie, and you also like, there's only one name to even bring up, and the fact you even have to defend it is bonkers to me.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, you really can't.
so, like, if I'm Jeremiah, I'm kind of surprised they didn't even throw this on camera. I don't know why you're not considering playing your shot in the dark here.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I think that comes down to Sophie, which I give her a lot of credit because she had Alex and Jeremiah both convinced she was with them. But
Yeah.
also, even if you are Jeremiah and you're convinced Sophie is voting with you, then well, no, never mind. I take it back. That means Jeremiah is also convinced Alex is not playing his idol. So the vote would be 1-1 tie. So I guess that's why he didn't play his shot in the dark because he was so convinced they needed to 2-1 Alex. I think if I'm Alex, okay, I think there's no shame in quote wasting an idol here at 3. I think 10 out of 10 times you play your idol here, right?
Yeah, 100%. I'd even go as far as doing similar fashion to what Rachel misintendedly did. It was use your own
That
shot
was
in the dark.
iconic. That was
Use
iconic.
your own shot in the dark. See if anybody says anything, and if you hit, you hit, and if you need to play it, just play it right after.
Yeah, if you hit, you gotta save your idol.
Yeah, if you hit, you save your idol and you get your vote back next round anyway.
I thought about
And
this.
then even
I
and
think
then
if I'm
you could even tell them that you're just gonna use both. And then that's probably gonna even force them to just go into to vote for each other anyway.
Yeah, so I saw, like, a lot of people say that Alex should have bluffed his idol here, where he should have, like, made it so clear, like, "Well, I'm playing the idol," and then saved it, which I feel like is just so ridiculously much easier to say from the sofa, from the Twitter screeds, from it's just at a three-person
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it
I
is for
think
sure.
I think realistically, the move there and what I would do is I would almost do a reverse idol bluff. I'm gonna tell Sophie that that I'm not gonna play it and that we can save it because, "Oh, I don't need to use it, you're voting with me? Okay, then I'm gonna save my idol and we can use it going forward." Then I'm gonna play it anyway because 'cause I'm playing it regardless, and then that tells me all I need to know about Sophie. Okay, can I trust Sophie moving forward? Did she just try to snake me? You don't really see people do, like, the reverse, but I think that's what I would do. I would pretend I'm saving it and then see if they try to snipe me with it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind it because then you're a lone wolf the next round or whatever happens, after that, and then you get to see yeah, they all are kind of in a like, they're all kinda in a tough spot.
They're all, like, in like, all 3 of them have, like, their guns
Yeah,
pointed at each
like,
other.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, Sophie seems like the player where if he did do that, she would be like she would take it personal, and then they wouldn't have a relationship going forward anyway, and then they're just 2 lone wolves with 2 separate tribes.
That's so easy to explain away though. Then afterwards you're like, "Oh, I don't know. I panicked. I panicked." Jeremiah was like way too comfortable. I'm sorry. I panicked. Like you can't
Yeah.
actually get mad at somebody for that.
I mean
Um,
yeah, I mean, people have gotten way mad for way less, so I definitely think that's something you can get mad at.
speaking of speaking of the plan to either blindside him with it or provoke it out of him. Why are people always so adamant about "We need to flush the idol? There's an idol in the game, it has to be flushed." Like Sophie was hell-bent on I want that idol out of the game. To me, it's almost like counterintuitive here. Like it almost makes no sense for Sophie to be wanting that as bad as she wanted it, especially this early. Don't you
Yeah.
agree?
I agree, yeah. Oh, no, I think some of it's because it's like they've seen that on TV before, so they're like, "Oh my god, there's an idol, that's what you do?"
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
That's
you
what
know, like, it's just like, "Oh, this is what happened on TV, so I need to do that now too," which just makes for stagnant gameplay, no one ever is, like, moving the needle or moving the needle or anything.
well, I mean,
So
yeah, with
I'm not a fan of that, and if anything, if you swap with Alex or you know that votes are coming your way, you could use it together, use it for as him as a target later, and then still use your flush the idol logic, but not maybe at whatever, merge 7, 8, 9, but not at 15.
yeah. Now it's just gonna get replenished. Now you don't know who's gonna pick it up, who could blindside you with it.
Yeah.
At
Yeah,
least at
it's kind of it was kind of a paranoid play, but I mean, like, what else is she gonna say to Jeremiah? So I guess I get it from that standpoint. Um, and also, I thought of this too when she was doing her little oh, but it was the booty virgin,
the
and then
mother
she's like, "Oh my god, Alex is gonna vote for me." What did you think you were going to hear walking in on that conversation?
I actually thought
Like,
that too.
yeah, what were you expecting to hear? Were you expecting him to go to Jeremiah and be like, "Yep, sorry, buddy. I'm voting for you and I'm playing my idol." No, he's obviously gonna tell Jeremiah he's voting for you.
Yeah, because after that, she pivoted completely away from her original plan.
Yeah,
Her immediate next conversation with Alex was, "Jeremiah's not voting you or voting me, he's voting you." Like, she when before that, the plan was to, like, lull him into, like, a sense of safety, and then
yeah.
yeah, I was really confused why that conversation pissed her off. I feel like also sh yeah, that made no sense to me. Um, I will
It's
say
it's kind of losing like, making her lose points for me because, like, I think she's great on camera, but I don't think she's as savvy as what it's trying to portray at all.
well, you also didn't believe that Rachel changed the face of the new era when she played the shot in the dark in the ingenious way that she did. So we might need to look at you kind of respecting the new era mothers a little more, you know?
Yeah, neither did she.
I personally, I'll say, I actually respected Sophie's choice, which by the way, why was the episode not just called
Is that
Sophie
a TV show?
Yeah, why was the episode not just called Sophie's Choice? Like, it's right there. I guarantee one of the recap podcasts named of this episode
Probably IP or
yeah, Sophie's Choice, I guarantee you. But, I actually respected her move a lot because it would have been so easy for her to play emotionally and just vote Alex because her number 1's Jeremiah. So, obviously, she wants to vote Alex, but I think she played strategically, which is hard when you are playing with your heart. She convinced them both, she was with them, and then she ultimately did the harder but smarter move because voting Jeremiah is 1,000% the right move for her.
yeah, yeah,
Don't
yeah.
risk the rollback of the idle play coming onto you. Uh, yeah, so I was impressed that she 'cause then Jeremiah ultimately did try to go with her and call the bluff. He votes Alex. So I give her kudos, and that probably is hard, especially when it's down to 3. Your bonds with people, and I know people say that a lot, like, "You don't get how close you get with people out there," and we kinda make fun of that sometimes. But in this case, I'll bet they do feel extremely tight, especially her and Jeremiah, who she says is her number 1. So that probably was tough on her. It would've been so much easier for her to vote Alex, but, she made the smarter play. I was impressed. I do wish she voted Alex, though, because that would've been funny to watch him cancel 2 votes and then go back to camp with her and be like, "The hell, man? The hell, Sophie?" That would've been
Great, yeah, great TV moment.
uh, but that is, that and that's where we're at. Jeremiah out. I think Jeremiah
Do you wanna touch on the Red Tribe group hunt?
oh, that's right, did I skip over that? That's right, the Red Tribe
Yeah, we just combined all the blue into one.
yeah, Rizagod finds
Okay, I'm gonna go back for a little bit because we're skipping
her
over a couple things. But the group hunt, this is what I was talking about earlier when people are like, I mean, get it, feel bad for the tribe that gets decimated, but also have some realism in you where it's like, oh, now they're set up really well to maneuver throughout the game because they're gonna get all the information. Hunt's words, literally, it's we're going to war. It's gonna be 6v6. We should do a group hunt to find this idol. It's just like no one ever targets the smaller tribe. I mean, same thing happened with Tika in their season. Nobody targeted Emily, Caleb obviously because he's Caleb, but like I mean, Tiffany, Q, and Kenzie all made final 7, I think, maybe 8. Like
Yeah,
No, like, I get it, like, you gotta probably try and take one out, but you gotta figure out a way to
don't
get
yeah.
after these guys a little bit.
Don't forget my girls Spencer, Tasha, Cass all make up half of the final 6 by the end.
Yeah, you act like I'm purposely, not including people. I'm just giving examples off the top of my head.
You use a better
'Cause
one.
I know you were butthurt about that one,
If you
so
can use an example that includes Cass McQuillan, use the example that includes Cass McQuillan.
no, I would've used an example that included Spencer, Bledsoe, and Tasha. But okay. So how do you feel about these group idol hunts?
uh I don't okay, see, I don't generally like it, but I also kinda can't blame them because we literally saw especially in the early stages where people are just looking for any reason to make somebody the target, like, we saw Annie, who wasn't even on an idol hunt, I think she literally just went to go grab wood or something, and immediately the other 5 were like, "Oh, that's weird that she's walking off by herself, she must be" you get what I mean? So, if at this point, I probably I would never suggest it, let's all look for it as a family and hold hands and skip and frolic through the daisies. Like we're watching like the Disney Channel version of Survivor is what it feels like. But I get that it people aren't pushing back because you just want to kind of keep your head down in these early rounds, make it till you're comfortable. So I don't like it, but I can understand it. Um, I
Yeah,
personally
no,
would
yeah. I would never, never, ever, ever suggest it. Um, Funny, both the guys with the glasses suggested it. Super fans. And then the other thing I was gonna say, it's like we're almost watching a three-way mirror here of these tribes. I mean, granted, one got decimated, but it's like core four, group idols. You know what I mean?
yeah
Like it's just the same thing on every single beach. Uh, kind of wild.
yeah. Um, I don't remember from watching it. Did Rizgod have a chance, or did he even have a choice to like stealthily snag it, or was it in front of too many people?
I mean, he
No.
could have, but there are people around. Not like he could have, but he could. You know what I mean? Like he found it, and there was probably people within 10 feet, and he's just like, "Hey, hey, hey." Which I don't know. It kinda already the decision kinda already got made beforehand, so you're kinda just
Yeah, and then he has a confession of like, sure, it was a group hunt, but at the end of the day, I want this for me, which I wonder if that's maybe a little foreshadowing.
okay, also, I didn't think about this too, because it sounds like they're gonna swap. Him and MC both do not have the idol. They both have lost their votes, and they have a sheet of paper that says they can get clues to an idol.
Yeah,
So, like, they don't even actually have anything right now.
yeah. Well, MC has to lose an immunity before hers is activated. I'm assuming that's the same with Riz Gods, I'm assuming?
Yeah, all 3 of them are the same.
Yeah. So, which that's a whole nother conversation. I don't really like that. Do you think should they do you like the you have to lose before this starts becoming activated? Or should it be now that you've opened this, if you don't find this, because the other one we saw was it's basically activated now. If you don't find this before uh like before an immunity challenge happens or before you have to go to tribal, then it's null and void. I like that better. I don't think I explained that right. Like you find it now and it says, you have lost your vote. You've lost your vote. If you do not find the idol by the time you go to your next tribal, you lose your vote for that tribal. Um, the only way to get your vote back is to find this idol or find whatever before you go to your next thing. I just don't like that you have to lose and then it starts. Does that not
Yeah,
bug you?
it just really like, it gives you what, that l at most 3 hours to find it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I don't like it. My note on this was like, when are we going to go back to just finding a normal idol?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I wouldn't even mind like, I mean, maybe have clues and shit still, but like I would really like it where we could just go back and just have an idol and maybe one or two people know about it. I would very much enjoy that.
Or yeah,
Um
keep it to yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, or like you don't need like even like with Alex's one, it's like he needed yes, he didn't need to, but they chose to like carry those chains and ball and stuff. Like we don't need everyone in the game to know where the idol is. And if they are looking for they're big on iconic moments and all this shit. That doesn't happen from everyone knowing every single piece of information. Like shock happens from not knowing and then expecting it to happen. Like,
Yeah.
I think they did the equation wrong on that one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like when you have, like, a good point or a funny comment, like, shock, my reaction is usually gold because shock comes when something that is unexpected happens. Exactly like you said. Phenomenal example.
Oh,
Uh,
so you mean my delivery is great. Thank you for noticing. I appreciate that.
I was gonna touch on something you just said. Oh, yeah. Well, that's why I don't remember if I brought this up or not, but I hated what Alex had to do to get that because that is with
Ridiculous.
especially the small window they have, that's almost impossible, if not actually impossible to do that by yourself. Especially, like, they only have a subsection of the beach, so everybody can kind of see most of what's going on. If you have to haul chains
Yeah.
like you're Bob the Builder construction worker and you have a huge ass chain around your back, like, yes, let them just look and stuff, find it. "Oh, it's an idol, pocketed, nobody knows about it." Come on, what ridiculous.
Like,
Alright, what could this is interesting about where could Jeremiah go wrong? Because normally there's, like, lots of different windows of way we could answer this. This one, I generally think there's one answer. He just had to convince Alex, right? Is there anything else he could have done literally at all?
I mean, play shot in the dark.
Yeah, could have played shot in the dark, convince Alex.
Okay, that's the I guess that's yeah, the one of two things, and I don't know what he could have done to convince Alex, honestly. Like him and Jeremiah weren't that close anyway, and Alex already knew him and Sophie were close. So it's like,
Yeah, he can't, like, be like,
uh,
"Just so you know, me and Sophie are doing." He can't really throw Sophie under the bus because Alex already knows
yeah,
that.
the only thing like yeah, convince him, I guess, but make a plea like I don't know, like, maybe say that you'd be a better social player and be able to pull information from other tribes, so it'd be a better duo going forward. I don't know, maybe something like that.
Yeah,
Um,
he could have A, like, just pitched his case of why he'd be a better ally than Sophie going forward, or B, he could have been real savage and be like, "Just so you know, Sophie came to me and she wants us to come up with a plan to get you to vote you out with the idol." Like, he could just really bust her. That would work. That 'cause that'd probably work on me. That would piss me off. But his
and
options
then
were
even if he even so let's say, like, I think you make that pitch, and then even when you make that pitch, you still play your shot in the dark, because if you hit, you're safe, and then hopefully the vote is either split or it's just one vote on Sophie and she goes home. And then even if it doesn't hit, or if it doesn't hit, Sophie still gets one vote and you might still get one vote, and then Alex will revote and then vote Sophie.
I wonder what they would have done if Alex played his idol and then, the other 2 both hit the shot in the dark.
We just said, screw it, Jake's gone. We'll just treat this like a normal episode 3.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Would we invite Jeremiah back?
I think it'd be a good recast.
I think, yeah, he had potential to be kind of a big character. That was a he had to really I think he could have made a really deep run in, like, a normal circumstances. Like, I was like, "Oh, this guy's gonna be this guy's a threat." I I personally wouldn't care to see him back, but I wouldn't be too annoyed if he got a second
Yeah,
chance.
I would. I mean, it might not be my first choice, but like you said, I think he had great potential. He just got put in a really, really tough spot.
All right, I got let's do a couple quick fan thoughts. That popular comments. One of the most popular on Reddit was the Survivor gay guy curse lives on. This is the fifth season in a row where a gay man gets 15th place. Sean, Banu, Kishan, Thomas, and now Jeremiah. That's crazy.
Yeah, number 1, I'm not even sure if all those guys are gay. And then number 2, um, people act like they're out there counting the days that this certain gay person is lasted, and then they're like, "Oh, no, 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 no. They need to go right now just to keep this streak alive." Like, get real. Like, come on. And look at the circumstance of all of
Yeah,
those, by the way.
yeah,
This one, arguably one of the toughest spots someone's been put in, probably, maybe not ever, but definitely a new era.
for sure.
Kashan went out on some crazy business with Rome's extra vote and an idol. Banu just got done yelling at a poor innocent little woman in a challenge and was on the outs of a group of 3,
While
which
wearing a stay
involved 2 women in the group of 3, by the way.
while wearing a stay positive and love everybody t-shirt, might I add.
So, like,
Sean
it's like,
quit.
yeah, Sean quit. I forgot about that. Yeah, Sean quit, for God's sake. So, no, I'm not going to buy into this propaganda out here. We just demolish 4 of the 5 in 30 seconds?
And did Thomas not get idled out?
Thomas, yeah, Thomas was the other one?
Yeah.
That was
He
when
got
Camilla and Kyle put on
yeah,
their
yeah,
yeah, he
yeah.
got idled out, and Camilla and Kyle put on their show of not being tight. So, literally all 5 of them, yeah. Absolutely ridiculous.
Someone another popular comment, someone said, "Honestly, after seeing Keely lost again, I just turned the TV off, stopped watching, and looked up online to see who got voted out. It was way too depressing watching them be forced to vote somebody off after what they have gone through. Really screwed up on the producer's part, actually." Thoughts?
How did production screw that up?
No, it's really screwed up that production made them do that. Like, they're saying the round should have been over after, the medevac. It's really screwed up they had to vote somebody else out on top of it after everything they've emotionally been through.
Well, they're definitely not gonna apply to play Survivor, so
Well, with I don't know, with all the emotional baggage they have, they might be a perfect cast. Jeff loves people like that who will get
touche, touche. That might actually be the darling of the season. I stand corrected.
Alright, 2 more quick ones. This one was a good point. Someone actually said, "I don't think Keeley is even amongst the worst of all these train wreck tribes that we see every single season. They're not even that bad in challenges at all. They just suck
I
at
agree.
puzzles. They just suck at puzzles. Uh, every other disaster tribe is a lot worse than them. They're just bad at puzzles." Which, yeah, goes back to what I said earlier about how if you end everything with the puzzle, it's the same result every time. We need a little fluidity there.
Yeah,
Um
I'd agree. Like at least this one, I think they got there second, and they almost tied getting to the puzzle.
Yeah, yeah. They're never like an
And the
actual train
last
wreck.
one, they had a massive lead.
They're called the train wreck tribe, but they other than the puzzle, they're never actually like they've never fallen behind in the challenges.
The
Um,
first one where Nicole went home, they fell behind pretty bad, but they
no,
still had a
right.
chance.
Last one. Someone says, when you don't have food or flint, you are never going to be able to think straight. And ending every challenge in a mental task basically screws you. Jeff is aware of this criticism of this, plus how everyone hates the three tribe format based on the most recent On Fire podcast. He responded by saying he has made it clear that he does not agree with the criticism, thinks it's ridiculous, and nothing will be changing soon. Flint rules are here to stay. And any savvy player can talk their way out of any situation. All right.
Does that have to do anything? Okay, he's like, I hate when people do this. They pull information from something either someone wasn't making an argument about to make their point, or pull totally irrelevant information in to make their point. He did both of these right here. This person wasn't talking about getting out of a jam because they don't have flint. They're
Yeah,
talking about having to go to fucking tribal because they have no flint or food and have to do a mental challenge.
because you're stacking the end of every single task with mental challenge. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with him on the savvy player point, but that's just something random he just threw in to like sound good, I think, if I'm hearing that correctly. The other one, I agree. I don't mind it. Like figure out a way to win. Like,
I mean, I do agree if you can't if you're mentally fatigued from just no food or fire or anything, that puzzle's going to be 1,000 times harder. I mean, it just is. Like that's why that that is more on producers. Do an endurance challenge. Do it does not have to end with the puzzle every single time. Or like throw in a reward. They don't do reward
yeah,
challenges
I mean,
anymore.
I agree on all that. I mean, I guess I don't we agree on the same thing. We just don't agree in the car to get there.
Yeah,
It's really, really good.
I didn't get Jeff's response to that at all. I read that and I'm like, maybe Ryan will get it better.
That's
That's like somebody complaining like, "I hate that it's always a
No,
f."
it was Jeff just doing a classic skirt around.
Yeah, it's somebody
It's
being
Jeff
like,
just doing a classic skirt around, and I love
"I hate the final 3," and then Jeff responding with like, "Well, we got rid of the auction because it took up too much time." Like, what? You're answering a point that's
Yeah,
not even uh,
exactly,
um,
exactly.
yeah, so that's gotta be going
Yeah,
straight.
you're about to tell me that you can't spend a few $1,000s to put on the auction every episode to have warm food?
That
Like, are you
it
kidding me?
I'm gonna listen to the On Fire myself to hear what he said verbatim, but I if he actually is, like, steadfast on, like, not budging on 3 tribes, that's kinda crazy because
It's so
it
ridiculous.
it's been copy paste almost every season with kind of, like, what happens. Like, it's
Yeah,
the
and
disaster tribe is just a tribe is gonna keep getting picked off. It has happened literally almost every single season, like, switch it up, do a 2 what is wrong with doing a two-round tribe or 2 tribes? He's just so stubborn, it's actually crazy.
well, it's annoying as hell because he's like, whatever. I love the fans. I'm so in touch with the fans. Well, the ones who like I guess it depends on how you wanna look at it, but who, like, love the show, know the game, are the people who are going to be the ones making the comments, not some random person who just found out about the show, like, last year from some meme online.
Yeah,
Like, the people who are actually, like, invested in the show, who drive your numbers are the ones who are complaining, and he's like, "I'm so in touch with them." No, you're not.
exactly.
You're not.
Like, are we bitter? Yes, we are very bitter, but we're bitter because we know that this could be so much better if you put a little more
Yeah.
TLC into it and made smarter decisions. Like,
It
some of these
ain't it ain't
are so
personal,
easy to fix.
baby. We're on the same team.
Some of these issues are so easy to fix, and he just refuses to. Like, which I just think is crazy. So
Yeah, just stop throwing so much spaghetti at the wall and see what sticks. Just pick some of the old goodies and throw them back in the show.
if he's actually, like,
Like,
digging
it's
his
ta
heel
like, it's not hard.
if he's
It's
really
not hard.
digging his heel on the "I don't wanna start with 2 tribes ever," that's crazy because that's not even, like, that's not even a huge change at all. Like,
That's
you gonna
yeah,
try that.
that's
Right.
not
Um,
that's literally nothing. You could even start with 2 tribes of 9, which you have done in the past, and you cast the same amount of people. There's
yeah,
literally no more work. There's less work probably because you don't have to split them into 3 tribes, you can split them into 2.
exactly. Um, alright, I don't
And
got
at
much to
least you're fighting for a majority of 5, and then, like, you still have some fluidity if you wanna flip a vote if you go to 3 straight tribal councils, like
there's so many more dynamic options at play. Yeah, and nobody's, like, hands are tied. A lot of times we see these with the small tribes, people's hands are tied and they have nowhere to go. At least if a
yeah,
majority
and
form, like
especially if you wanna keep doing this lose your vote and beware advantage and journeys and shit,
yeah,
this a lot of this could actually be changed with just switching to 2 tribes one time to see, because if you lose your vote, you're way more grant everybody takes it, but it's not gonna completely derail your entire game.
yeah. It doesn't it seem like Jeff, like, his mindset is like, "Oh, the fans all claim that I'm doing this wrong, and that hurts my ego, so that makes me wanna fix it even less." Like, "Oh, they want this because they think this is wrong, well, now I'm not gonna do it even more." Like, there really is no reason.
Or we could just start a petition and try to get 100,000 names that say we're gonna boycott the show for 1 season.
Alright, let's close out with our awards. We got, given the GG. No shocker here. Sophi, I think, played that fantastic. She had a little was a little confused about her mindset when she switched up the plan because she didn't like overhearing what she heard. Other than that, I give her mad kudos for voting for Jeremiah, who was her number one. That was just a smart play there. Who is munching on that bitter banana?
BB is my girl who is not potty trained, Sage. Uh, just talking her way out of allies or potentially working with people. Right read, poor execution. I mean, honestly, from the conversation she was having with Rizzo, she probably should have just went to Rizzo and then not thrown out Savannah's name, or just don't throw out a name.
I could
Um,
see Rizzo being the type of player to even be like, "Ooh, she's targeting Savannah. Let me keep that in my back pocket." Like, I don't think Rizzo would have word vomited like Shannon did.
Yeah, yeah, probably, especially because he's an LRGer. But yeah, and then that way he could just try to get the vote on Jawan. And then if he really needed to do something, he could just go to Nate and try and pull the trigger on Savannah the next round.
Yeah, not mad at it, not mad at it. All right, Sage with the BB. All right, going into episode 4, who is your current winner prediction?
Uh,
Read the edit, baby, read it.
okay. Well, I kind of like this. I'll just go with my girl. It was a toss up. My number one was the one, the only, the athletic phenom, and the alternate MC.
Christina? Oh, MC. I thought you were about to say Christina. I'm going with
Oh my God, no. There's nothing to read. You said read the edit. There's nothing to read.
I'm going with Sophie. Uh, I mean, they're heavily focusing on her, but it probably is because she's part of the disaster tribe. But they're really focusing on her. Right now I'm gonna back Sophie. We'll see how that changes next week and throughout the season. Anything else in closing? Anything nice you want to say? Any apologies you want to give? Any
Definitely to the audience. I'd like to take this time to
perfect.
apologize
Thank you. For how you treat your
to
co-host. Thank you.
absolutely nobody.
Well, we tried, y'all. All the people that have emailed saying, "Hey, can you get Ryan to apologize for how poorly he talks to you with the episodes. Yeah, I tried. That was it. I'm a one and done. That's it. Uh, Nothing else in closing. Uh,
Small draft update. Your boy lost 2 of his picks. Corey's failed to upload the episode, but I lost Jake and Jeremiah. Freaking snake attacks.
Incorrect. The episode was up for almost a week. Got pulled. Something needs to be tweaked in it. It'll be back up. Ryan lost 2 people. However, his boy Rizgod did get him on the tally board on the scoreboard for uh finding something. We will give you guys a point update
And MC did too.
on the next episode. Yeah,
So
maybe
I
I was
had
gonna
2
say
people who found stuff.
maybe I was gonna say that. Don't interrupt me. Don't talk over.
But you weren't. You weren't going to.
We'll give you guys a little point update, a little scoreboard update for the $1,500 draft. Ryan will be or me will be writing that check live on air just to hold good to our word. Other than that, what should they be doing until episode quattro?
Hey, y'all little homies, you know what to do. Stay bitter.
Like, subscribe, comment, tell your friends, tell your mamas. Peace.
Oh, we bicker and we laugh, we rant and we cheer. Breaking down tribal council, your boys are here. Corey and Ryan spilling tea, no denying. On the bitter jury, our opinions are flying.